I don't know, you're kind of like the odd man out of here. X.
It's one thing to be like.
You like these lake properties.
I like to make it last. That's why. But one thing to be conversational.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Cynic Cave. Really welcome. It's because you're not going to be able to do this again soon. I kicked someone else out last night. That felt great. I never 86 to drunk girl from the show. I'm like, lifetime ban. You're out for life. No, I'm really going to kick her out if she comes back. I'm George. I'm your host for the night. Hello. We've been doing this for 3.5 years in this weird video store basement. You guys, give it for your bartender, Jeremy, over here. He's been working the whole time. Hey, the owners of Lost Weekend are here, too. Adam and Chris are back here. Give it up for them. I'm leaving San Francisco. Moving to Oakland. No, that's cool. I've been there for a while. Actually, I am leaving the Bay Area. Been here a real long time. I think if you lost your virginity and your hair in the same town, it's been too long. Not necessarily in that order. Also, I'm going to miss certain things. I saw a guy smoking crack on the 7 bus just the other day. Is that what it is with the foil? Yeah. That's crack, right? Just want to double check. And he was like, and this is how San Francisco I have become. He was using a plastic straw, and I wanted to be no, that's off-gassing. That's not good. Really correcting a man who needs his drugs real bad. In Oakland, anyone else here at Oakland? Yeah. Can I get a ride? Can you give me a ride later? I do need to bring a bunch of people back. I live next door to Hippie, because that's what happens when you rent in Oakland. You just get assigned a hippie. It's sort of like a house elf. You just get one. My hippie is sort of older lady, not a silver fox, unfortunately. Silver ferret, I think maybe that's the best description. She's the kind of hippie. She was taking care of all the feral cats on my block when I moved in. There was 10 feral cats when I moved in. Only 3 cats now, you guys. 3 cats, 5 eyeballs between them. What is happening to these cats? I think I figured out. She's also leaving out snacks for the possums and the skunks and the raccoons that hang out by our dumpster. All those disease vector animals, you're putting out some treats for them? That's good. But I realize you guys, fairly liberal person, but it just takes one anthropomorphizing hippie lady to turn me into an Ayn Rand Republican. Those raccoons are abusing the system. They have thumbs. They should forage, pull themselves up by their own bootstraps. Because how cute would that be, you guys? All raccoons with boots running around. Speaking of Oakland, here's a classic story. Anyone here Facebook friends with their landlord? No? It's not a common ailment that has befallen this crowd. So I got this friend who's been living in Oakland. He's lived in the Bay Area as long as I have. And he's been in the same apartment for 10 years. And he's getting evicted. Owner move-in. This woman bought his building, kicking him out. All the other tenants getting kicked out. And when you hear there's an owner move-in, I think the best case scenario is it's a little old lady who doesn't have a lot of resources. She has to move back into the family home or something like that, which is not the case here because thanks to Facebook, we could stalk his landlord. This is what she posted on her Facebook wall. I'm in love with how I just spent the last week. I just got back from teaching sexuality, pole, and lap dance at a retreat in Maui. I cannot imagine a better way to spend each day than to practice yoga, dance, talk about sexuality, be fed amazing, fresh, and nourishing food, connect with our special community, and soak in the awe-inspiring nature of Hawaii. 7 mutual friends I have with this person. Also, how do you afford property in Oakland teaching lap dance? I don't understand that. But it goes on. All on an impeccably maintained retired tantric retreat center. So you can retire from being tantric. That is what happened to Sting. It's Gordon Sumner again. He comes real fast. Sometimes as I pass from one activity to the next, pole to lap, I assume, I'd have to stop, breathe deeply, and just take in the astounding raw beauty. Several times I felt so overflowing with joy and appreciation for the plumeria, palms, and passion fruit. Alliteration, very good, very good. And stunning views of cliffs and waterfalls that I wanted to cry. Gratitude. So that is who is evicting my friend from his place of living. She made someone cry. It's like, namaste. You got to leave this apartment. I'm going to stay. Okay. And I'm not Facebook friends with her, but I wish that I was, because I wrote a comment underneath all of that that I'm super proud of, that I will share with you now, which was evict, pray, love. Thank you. You guys ready for a great show? Marathon show coming up here. Some of our favorite comics, people that were on the very first show here 3.5 years ago, are on this show. Not this guy. He is very funny, though. Give it up for Richard Toomer.
Keep it going for George Chen, everyone. George. He's done an incredible thing. He's done an incredible thing. Let's all be happy inside. Yay. San Francisco's changing. I'm used to this, though. I'm used to this. I've been in San Francisco for 13 years, but even before that, I've just been hopscotching from dying industry to dying industry. I closed down Tower. Do you guys remember? You guys remember Tower Records? I closed down Tower Records. You work there too? Did anybody else work at Tower Records? Did you see that document? Okay, sure. Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember Tower? I don't know my demographics. Do you remember? Do you guys remember Virgin? Closed down Virgin. Did that shit too. Closed down Virgin. You guys remember The Guardian? Yeah, but you didn't read it. That's why it doesn't exist anymore. I worked there. I closed that shit down also. What else? We're Streetlight Records. Yeah, last one standing. So I'm real used to this. I'm used to this. This is maybe your first go around, but it happens. It happens. I guess. I don't know. I found out that I was looking at Ancestry.com. My great grandfather was the last of the Pony Express. Who we just been hopscotching from dying industry to dying industry. Actually, all right. Actually, no. My mom is on Ancestry.com, and she keeps sending me text messages of that's not really. It's not for Black people. Ancestry.com is not for Black people. She just keeps sending me messages of hey, did you know that we're Russian too? And I was like, no, I didn't know there were Russian slave owners. Did you know we're Irish? No, I didn't know there were Irish slave owners either. But now I feel good. Whenever I go and order a Jameson, I feel like I'm exercising my culture now, which is good. And I'm not saying goodbye anymore. I'm just gonna leave a bar. It's good. Haha! Irish goodbye, right? All right, that's fine. Remember that? Remember that when that was funny? Why are we writing jokes? This is ridiculous. Just make noises. All right. Ridiculous. Yeah, I do like San Francisco. I too am leaving though. We're all moving at some point in time. You can't stay here, right? I mean, it's so expensive. You can't stay here. But I'm leaving. One of my least favorite things though about being here is that I don't like the inequality of there's so many people who don't make a lot of money, and there's so many poor people here, and it's and there's so many rich people here. And not that I don't like poor people. Oh, I thought you're not laughing at that. All right. But I don't like it because of I give homeless people money, right? But it's not for me. I wish that it was. But but it's not, and I'm reminded of it. I had a homeless person, he asked me for some change, and I didn't have change, but I had $1, so I pulled it out and gave it to him, and I felt like a good person. You know, I was like, oh my God, this guy asked me for a change. I gave him $1. I'm an amazing person. There's like a parade going on in my mind. What an amazing person he is. What a big heart he has. And then he reached up and tried to shake my hand afterwards. And my actual son was like, no, I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. Because I was actually like investing and not feeling like an asshole. Like that's what I was reminded of. Because you do. You just like, you're like, oh, I'm going to give money so like I don't feel bad, you know? And then you do, and you feel like an asshole again. I kind of wanted to take my dollar. It's fine. That's not what I paid for. I don't know. It's a horrible thing to say. It's a horrible thing to say. But it's real. That's other things. Let's lighten it up. You guys ever think about slavery? Fuck it. Do you, sir? You ever think about it? Sometimes, right? Sometimes. That's the right answer. Sometimes. Sometimes I think about slavery. Not all the time. That's crazy. Sometimes I'll think about it. I think about it all the time because whenever I have a job, I'll always be like, oh man, this job is like working me like a slave. And like I'll have that thought and I'll be like, really, Richard? Like a slave, Richard? Like when you were late the other day, did they like threaten to sell you to their competitor? Like, didn't you jerk off in the bathroom on Tuesday on your break? I'm pretty sure that slaves can get to jerk off on their breaks. But like, what if they did? What if they were out there in the field just like picking cotton, just waiting for the dude to turn his back and just like, fuck your cotton. I was like, boy, you coming on all of my cotton again? He's like, you goddamn right I am. I like to imagine if it's like a dream. No, it's not very popular for black people to talk about their dreams, but I like to think about as a dream. He like wakes up, he's like, oh my God, Martha, I had the most horrible nightmare. All of our slaves, they were coming on all of our cotton. They were pulling their big black dicks out. She's like, how big were they? I think he wakes up again. He's like, ah! It's like Inception. It's fun. It's a fun joke. It's a fun joke. It's a fun joke. You see, you were like, I don't know about slavery. And then we did it. And then we did it. You live here in San Francisco? Oakland. Oh, cool. Okay. Same thing. Did you once live here and now you're? No. Just Oakland. Cool. I do like artists. They're like, well, they're like refugees moving to like Oakland. It's like we're all just displacing people. Not me, I'm good. I'm in the clear. I'm black, so it's all fine. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I grew up Huxtable, so. Not Cosby, Huxtable. But you can't take Huxtables away from me. Or a different world. I'll take them both. Well, I'm going to go because, yeah. But before I go, thank you, George, for doing this for a year. We've had a great time doing our show here. We did a show here called Crushes as a One Night Stands. It was awesome. This has been a wonderful place to be able to do that, and I'm really happy that I'm able to do this in front of all of you. And thank you very much. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Richard Toomer. Hey, say hi to the people that are on a Google Hangout live stream. It looks like there's 2 of them. That sounds about right. Okay, cool. Your next performer coming to the stage. It's great to have him down here as well. I feel like when I started doing comedy, he was already around doing it, and he was very funny. Still is very funny. Give it up for Roman Leo. Hey. My name's Roman, you guys. Okay, that guy's good. I like your enthusiasm as a crowd. You could go far. Just talking to this crackhead under a street light outside. He had an umbrella. He said I look like a youthful Vietnam vet. I was thinking more like maybe like Civil War ghost or something. There's the live stream. That's cool. I don't know. I don't know. I don't stream anything. I have this vegan girlfriend. She doesn't have Wi-Fi.
There's no turkey in the house. I have to smuggle some in a jar sometimes. Eat it on the toilet. Not your traditional Thanksgiving meal, but you know, I do eat a lot of pussy. I just got a huge shipment of lube for free. I have a friend who's a sex columnist, and man, it's fun to not have to pay for lube, right? Because who wants to pay for anything related to sex, you know? Like, and with enough lube, you can do anything. It's just, you know, squirt some on the floor. It's a slip and slide. You know, it's fun. You guys ever hear that old adage that you're the sum of your friends, you're the sum of the people you associate with? And if that's true, then I am an overweight narcissist with magnificent boobs. Right? I got a lot of good. You need good friends in life. Like, you ever try to go like skiing or swimming, skiing without a friend? Skiing's tough without a friend. You get lost. You go swimming. You got to use a buddy system, right? Swimming. There's got to be somebody there, a friend, to see you get eaten by that shark, to report back. You know, otherwise people are just going to think you drowned yourself like they normally would, right? You need a friend. They're a friend at your funeral to like fight off all your other friends from fucking your girlfriend after you're dead, right? Gotta have friends, you guys. I don't know. I'm always weird, so don't be nervous. I see you have to have unwavering confidence to do this, and it's not true. Time is relative. Tomorrow could be Wednesday, Tuesday. It better not be Thursday, because if it is, then I have a street sweeping ticket. Right? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I heard somebody say that before they ordered a beer. They're like, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and I was like, that's an incredibly low threshold for drinking alcohol. Right? That's like, tires are always on sale. I'll have a double whiskey. You know, just go for it. I want to get like a parasol, because my dermatologist told me to have 0 sun exposure on my face. Like, you're not allowed. So I'm gonna get like a pink polka dot Minnie Mouse one for hopefully less than $20. But like, I'll Google it. It's cool. It's cool to go to the dermatologist, because sometimes you want like answers from an authority figure. You know, I'll go in. I'll be like, hey, how often do we really have to shower? You know, and my dermatologist told me once every 2 weeks. And I was like, that's what I pay you for, man. It's cool. I live in East Oakland, and people come over to my place. They're like, what's that smell? I'm like, that's the smell of $320 a month. I have roommates, smoke spliffs. That's what the smell is. It's cool though. The rents are crazy, right, George? They're crazy. You're leaving, but I just want to like get by like a used Mercedes to live in style, you know, just like drive it to the bottom of the ocean and just park. Just like there's so much free land out there. He lived in a pineapple under the sea. Square pants. Pandering to the dads in the room. We have a brick wall. It's like a wolf attack. Fuck that. We have brick. Oh my god, they wasn't even taking a picture of me. I was like, there's this awesome fucking flash. And then I look, I'm like, I'll smile. And then he's like taking a picture of one of the fucking bartenders. Like, that's a wasted fucking smile. You have the laugh of an angel, fucking. That was like ripe laugh. It was like fermented in the bowels of like Jabba the Hutt. You know, ooh. Eso no jababukake. Suicide is a selfish act, but if you do it on the BART tracks during rush hour, 1,000 Uber drivers will make an extra $50. Thank you very much, you guys. My name is Roman Leo.
Roman Leo, everyone. Hello. Still 2 people on Google Hangout. All right, cool. Typical for the planning of this show. All right, cool. Your next comic. What can I say about this guy? He had his birthday party here a couple years ago, so we all age, guys. Give it for Red Scott.
Keeping going for George and the most exciting introduction you've ever heard in your life. We're going to see some incredible comedy. This guy had a birthday down here. He has enough money to pay the basement fee to perform in Last Weekend Video. What a talent! What a goddamn hero! Get excited! It's going down. This is the last show that I'm going to perform in this venue unless I strong-arm some other people and letting them on their shows in the next couple days. And I want to say what Last Weekend always meant to me was authenticity. You understand? When you came in this basement, you were seeing something real, not something manufactured, something with depth, something that spoke to the history of the neighborhood. Something that really connected you with comedy's past. Listen, you're going to hear about this venue on podcasts for decades to come. Podcasts that haven't even started now. Oh man, who's this is the perfect San Francisco show. We're in a basement with 12 people and 19 microphones. I don't know if you can see. We've got 2 here. There's 1 there. There's 1 here. 1 here. There's 2 cameras. They don't have this in Chicago. This is only what happens when you do comedy in the tech industry. They have sketch room artists that are trying to capture shows. 24 of them, getting 1 frame per second so that they can bind it together into an HBO special. Are we all rich people? Is this a guys? I don't know about you guys. I'm fucking loaded. I don't know if you know. They're leaving because I bought this place. This is mine now. I'm sick of these fucking amateur audiences coming down here. I'm done with it. I'm getting professional audiences that have put in the time. They're gonna come down here and fucking laugh like you little bitches haven't even tried before. Listen, you guys are doing okay, but I am gonna bring in some top tier goddamn audiences. Audiences, the audience is for the nanny. Easily the greatest audience, I think we can agree, of all time. Do you know how much they had to go through to get those laughs? That was an incredible perseverance that they showed. And the variance of laughter on that show, unparalleled. I've never seen anybody do better in my life. All right, I do want to tell an actual joke before I leave. This is my normal segue between riffing and then engaging with material. I like to do at least 30 seconds of awkward silence so that the audience can slowly lose confidence in me, so that I can tell if the material is actually funny. I'm very good. I like me a lot. I'm one of my top 1 favorite comics. Okay, sufficiently alienated. Clap if you took the 14 here. Anybody? 0 fucking people. All fucking riding 2 Ubers like skis. They're why won't it let me select more than 1 Uber Select? I want 1 BMW for me and then another one is a decoy. I can't let people know where I'm going. 14's the best. The 14's what you get on when you want tacos. Goes past La Taqueria, Cancun, El Farolito. The 14 is not fucking around. And I got on the 14 recently, wanted some tacos, but they added a letter in front of them. I don't know if you know this. It was the 14X. Yeah. And I was like, perfect. Finally, I can get tacos and a 540 McTwist. Life is looking up. So I got on the 14, and it didn't go to tacos. What it did was it went down 6th Street. And if you're unfamiliar with that route, it's like San Francisco, San Francisco, San Francisco, left turn, Detroit, Fallujah, Walking Dead. Got to the end of the 6th Street, turned right, and got on the freeway. Do you know what a violation it is to get on a city bus and end up on the freeway? At no point in my day had I checked a box that said, yeah, I'll be an extra in Speed 3. But I should have known. That's public transit in California. That's public transit everywhere in this country. So I was surprised when I went to New York and I discovered that everyone in New York rides the subway. Doctors in New York ride the subway. Lawyers in New York ride the subway. Let me put it this way. There is somebody on the subway right now who is happy with their life. That has happened 0 times in a bus in San Francisco. Nobody has entered a bus in San Francisco like, this is exactly where I hope to be at 30. On a bus. So the ads on New York Public Transit are for people with money. It's weird. You look up and the ads are like Tiffany's because it's Thursday. You look up and the ads are like, who's managing your money? Nobody. Nobody's managing my money. I don't have enough money to figure out how that became a job. Are there people on this planet who are losing so many hours in the day just having money? They need to bring on somebody else to handle the load? Who's managing my money? Taquerias, almost exclusively. All right, thank you very much. I've been Red Scott.
Red Scott, everyone! I feel like this show is like the opposite of a Kickstarter. All right. All right, bring it down. Your next comic. We run a show here together, or we did run a show here together every first Friday called Talkies, and she runs another great show that's moving to Viracocha called People Into the Stairs. Guys, she's real funny. Give it for Aviva Siegel.
Thanks, George. Keep it going for George Chen, everybody. I was thinking about the first time that I was booked here, like a few months into after I started comedy. And I was like kind of nervous that I started my set with this joke that went, just once I want to look at a dude's erection before we have sex and say, did I do that? I remember after my set, I like came up to George and he was like, "You shouldn't have started with that joke." It's like that was like really weird. Like you hadn't like established who you are. You just like came out with this weird Urkel voice. But thanks, George. For the note. I'm very glad that you two are here tonight. Give it up for this couple right here. Because they came to Talkies every month for a very long time. I haven't seen you guys in a while. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. You would sit in the front row and you both would get fucking hammered. Super hammered. And you both were a delight. So thank you for being here. I'm gonna miss last weekend a lot, obviously, like all of you. Here we go. I was sitting at the breakfast table recently, eating a bowl of cereal. And I was thinking to myself how strange it is that I've never seen like a female character on a cereal box before. Like a female cartoon character, like never. And I thought that was kind of strange, you know. Like how can we have gender balance if we can't even be a part of a balanced breakfast? You know what I mean. fucked up. But I have a deep voice. I think I have a deep voice. I was recently just told I have a weird voice, so it's something I'm processing right now. But it's also deep. I do know that. And my boyfriend also has like a deep, weird voice like mine. And we like to sing together sometimes because we're in love. And, okay, it's what you do. Sing little songs. But because of our like deep, weird voices, when we sing together, it just kind of sounds like we're like trying to put a hex on somebody. Like we were both in his apartment and we both just like erupted singing together. When the sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard. We both like decided that's how it's sung now. The dead may have risen that night. I'm not sure. But I have a boyfriend. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm sure you do. But a lot of men, they like getting their buttholes licked. It's like a cheat in a goddamn video game. Except I know a lot more about licking buttholes than I do about video games. So I'll be honest. One memory in the cave that I'll always cherish is me telling that joke in front of my mother in the Cynic Cave. It's a really special moment between us. She came up to me afterward. She was like, Aviva, are you really licking men's asses? Furious. I was like, yeah. And she was like, why? Why are you licking men's asses? I was like, I don't know, Mom. Probably because you never sent me to private school, okay? That was it. And she was like, well, Aviva, do you even know where these buttholes have been? Where they've been? It's like, yeah, Mom, they've been in my mouth, okay? Damn it. And then she eased up a bit. She's like, well, Aviva, what's it like to lick a butthole? What is it like? Flip the script. And I was like, well, Mom, you know, it's kind of like getting over a fear of flying. You know, you get off the airplane and you say that really wasn't so bad. Food kind of tasted like a guy's butthole. But we all made it out okay. And that is a little joke about airline food. Everybody, thank you. Love the Cynic Cave. Thanks, George.
Name a seagull, everyone. All right. Your next performer also is part of Talkies, which is, by the way, moving to the Little Roxy on First Fridays starting in April. He's hilarious. Good for Land Smith.
Good tidings, one and all. I'm happy to be here. God, Jesus Christ. Okay, actually forgot what I was going to say. It's listen, I love telling comedy. I love crack 'em ups, crack me ups, crack 'em downs on occasion. And I thank the good people at Last Weekend for giving me a place to go, keeping me off the streets and out of gangs. Okay, let's get lost in conversation. Okay, I'll start. I hate small talk, but I like identity theft. So when I go to a party, I'll ask people questions like, "So what was the name of your first pet?" Allow me to paint a picture in your mind with the power of words. There we go. There's a box. A triangle sits atop the box, and there's a window and a little chimney with a squiggly line. It's a house. It's the power of words. I think something that really brought the world together was Pangea. If you catch my continental drift. Right. I saw a flower that I thought was pretty the other day, and then I learned how many bees had sex with it. And I was like, no thanks. My friends Dan and Amanda are both blind, and they're a couple, and they're beautiful. If you see them together, it's like that's what love is supposed to be. And if you're quiet and patient, they will eventually have sex right in front of you. This next joke is a little raunchy, and I apologize in advance. So I'm eating the salad, right? Did I say raunchy? I meant ranchy. Anyway, I fucked the salad. Hi, do you like talking into microphones?
Yeah, sure. I can be a comedian. They always have me talk every time I come here.
All right. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I only have one canned response, and I didn't know how to handle that. All right. Have I been lit yet? Can I no? Okay. What other? Oh yeah. Hello. Do you like being the center of attention?
Yeah, sure. This is cool.
Once again, usually it's introverts in the audience, but all right. Well, and now for a little racial insult humor a la Don Rickles. Sorry, I have to do this. What is your ethnicity?
White.
I've also never had to deal with that. Okay. Well, I know I've said a lot of jokes up here tonight. But I do have a serious side. A serious side of mashed potatoes waiting for me at home. Thank you. Good night.
Ben Smith, everyone. See him on April 1st at Little Roxy. All right. Your next comic, started here in the Bay Area, and she's very funny. She's up visiting from Los Angeles. Give it up for Lil Mama Allison Stevenson.
Thank you. Oh, this is sad. And that was the most emotion you're gonna get out of me. Okay. I know I have this, one of my favorite venues of all time. And of course it's leaving. I have nothing else. So murder suicide tonight, you guys? What are you doing? What are we doing? Anyways, I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. It's been a weird year for me so far. 2016 has been not so great for Lil Mama. That's me. I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm still trying to get over being dumped by a rollerblader. A rollerblader, you guys. A fucking rollerblader. A man who rollerblades frequently. He calls it blading. Broke my heart. We were, it was doomed to fail, but we were in an open relationship for a while. We tried doing that, except he didn't like calling it that because it had the word relationship in it. And it was more like, oh, come on, what we doing? We're just hanging out. Oh, I wouldn't got that, but I don't wanna. No label, no. One of those guys. And every time I hear shit like that, I'm very selfless. I don't think about myself. I think about the future. What are women gonna be dealing with 20 years from now? That's all I think about. Is because you're only getting worse. Fellas, you can agree, you're just getting fucking worse. What are women gonna be hearing 20 years from now? I just picture a bunch of dudes just being like, just because we agreed to meet here at the same time, all of a sudden we're hanging out. Oh, you chicks, man. What was cool though about the open relation was it was the first time I ever kind of dabbled with dating two guys at the same time. I'd never done that before. It was crazy. It was my first time ever doing that. It was the first time I ever felt like I was in a rom-com. I really felt very briefly like my life was the plot of a romantic comedy. One of those plots where it's like, oh, I got these two guys and one of them is really sweet and attractive and super into me, but he does business. And then I got this other guy, he's really sweet and attractive and super into me, but art? Oh, what do I do, That's kind of how it was for me. Except for me, it was more like, oh, I got this unemployed rollerblader who doesn't want a relationship but is down to come over and fuck. And I got this bartender / guitarist who doesn't want a relationship but is down to come over and fuck. How do I choose? What is the hard one? Turns out you can just have both. You don't need to choose. Oh yeah, I can have all the degenerate dick I want, and I'll take it. No. As soon as I got dumped, and I think no one else has talked about it, so I'm allowed to. It's okay. It's not hack. I got back on Tinder. Thank you. I did. I went back on Tinder. I didn't mention this. I got kicked off of Tinder. I didn't choose to leave Tinder. Mama got kicked off. because I was just getting reported. Like every single day, I was getting told by Tinder that someone new had reported me. And I'll let you, I was swiping yes on every single guy for like a solid 3 months. Just cause. And I accumulated so many matches that, not trying to brag or whatever, but, guys are horny. So I'd accumulated so many matches that dudes were just like, they thought I was a robot because I wasn't responding to them. They were like, oh, she doesn't want to be my cum dumpster? Like, she must be a fake scam piece of shit computer glitch. I don't know how things work. And I don't know, I'm just letting you guys know this because here's the thing, is anytime you're feeling down about yourself, you just feel so shitty, like you suck or whatever, I just want you to remember me. I want you to think of this. And just know, at least you've never emailed Tinder technical support. You know what I'm saying? At least you've never had to do that. You've never had to have a dialogue with anyone over at Tinder. As soon as I got back on, what I did was I told this dude to come over and eat me out. And I gave him my address and everything, and he was on his way. And then I canceled on him. Halfway, I was like, I changed my mind. And I was really drunk. And then the next day, I woke up and I was like, why did I do that? Like, why did I? Because I couldn't remember why I had canceled on him. And then I reread our messages to one another, and I was like, oh, now I remember. Like, he was just too stoked on coming over to eat me out. Like, he was just excited, and that turned me off. I was just like, oh, yeah, I don't want you to like this. That's not what I had planned. Anyway, so that's feminism. All right, that's me. Thank you guys. Bye.
Allison Stevenson. All right, you guys. We got another comic before I switch over the show to your next host. But right now, it's a pleasure to have him up here. Guys, make it real big for Josh Androsky.
Hello. Hi. Hello. Not talking to you. Hi. The guy that wants to be talked. Nope. Oh, already talked about him too much. This is fun. How about a fucking hand for this? For all of this. This is the best. This is my favorite place I've ever done comedy. I've done comedy in 3 places. I've done comedy in a lot of places. And this is my favorite place to do it. And I'm going to miss it a lot. I have a drink named after me here, which is great. Right now I'm drinking a Virgin Androsky, which is just a Fresca. But the Androsky was a vodka Fresca with a splash of tonic and a gummy bear garnish. And one time I got so drunk on my own drink that in the middle of my set, I don't know how it happened, but I looked and there was a toothpick sticking out of my hand with a gummy bear attached to it. Like some kind of weird fucking, like, YouTube Jesus. It's like some Reddit fetish Jesus. Lick my stigmata! That's next. That's after furries. That's what's going to happen. I want to do a thing. I want to give away some drinks. I didn't clear it with them, but they're going to do it because it's closing. So who wants to come up here and get a free drink? Anybody. Come on up. Come on up. A round of applause. You do have to earn it, though. What's your name?
Tom.
Tom? Nice to meet you. Tom, welcome to the political hot seat. I'm going to ask you 3 questions about today's top candidates. And if you can get them right, you will win a drink. First question, Tom. How many times has Ted Cruz made his wife come? It's multiple choice. Is it A, yeah, right. B, trick question, she works for Goldman Sachs. So the only thing that makes her come is signing a predatory loan to a person of color. Or is it C, on the third hottest night of the year as they kneel in blood before the statue of ancient undersea god Koplak? Their eyes turn hollow and their breath becomes one with bleak darkness, which I guess you can call an orgasm. A, B, or C, Tom?
I think I'll take C on that one.
C is correct, everybody. Round of applause. All right, that's 1 out of 3. 2 more questions. Question number 2. What is John Kasich's plan when he does not become president? Is it A, retire to Boca, where he can focus on his passion, pressing the heel of his boot to the neck of a teachers union? Is it B, who's John Kasich again? Or is it C, is he that guy that's always sighing who looked like he just got a divorce? What do you think?
I'll take A.
That's correct. A's correct. Guys, that's 2 out of 3. All right, last one. Question number 3. What desperate move will Hillary's campaign resort to after a poor showing in the next few states? Is it A, a hologram of Selena that calls Hillary her abuelita? It's A. You got it. That's a free drink for Tom. Right on your time, everybody. All right. I'm going to give away one more drink, and then I'm out of here. Who wants to come up for the next 3 political hot seat questions? Who wants a free drink? Are you all that rich with tech money that you don't fucking need a free drink? You would like one? Come on up, miss. Please come on up. What is your name?
Ellen.
Round of applause for Ellen, everybody. Round of applause. Okay, Ellen. Here we go. Ellen, what did Donald Trump name his 4th boat? Is it A, the USS Rosie O'Donnell in the movie Riding the Bus with My Sister? Is it B, the HMS I have clearly had sex with my daughter? Is it? Or is it C, it's just a picture of the Statue of Liberty using Trump Tower as a dildo? A, B, or C?
C.
C is correct. All right, last 2. This is a penultimate question. Which of these songs does Bernie Sanders have on his iPod? Is it A, an audiobook about smoked salmon read by Terry Gross? B, only public domain music because music should be for all people? Or C, Bernie Sanders is a Zune man, baby!
Someone said A. Should I say A?
Here's a hint. Whatever you say is right. Okay, C, sure. Last question. What is the next horribly depressing thing that will happen to Jeb Bush? A, at this moment, a car drove right by him and splashed him with a puddle of water. You feel bad for George W. Bush's brother, the guy who fucking stole the election? Is it B, a hawk will swoop down from the sky and steal his glasses? Or is it C, he's got to impress his new boss by cooking a perfect roast, but his adopted sons keep causing so much mischief, especially that one son, Alvin! C is correct. I'm Judge O'Dasky. Thank you very much.
Justin Drosky, everyone. All right, before we bring up the next person, I just was going to point out, this is a graphic I made of a t-shirt. I'm selling them upstairs. This is from the very first flyer that we did here in 2012, California Bart Simpson. Gonna leave it here, prominently displayed throughout the rest of the show. Your next performer. Look, I just need to sell these. Okay, before I move to LA, you guys, your next performer, it's been a pleasure hosting this show with her the last couple months. You're gonna love her. She's great. I was gonna say she has like TV credits and stuff, but guys, she's so funny. Give it for Natasha Muse.
so nice. What a nice intro. Give it up for George. George, do I have TV credits? I don't think I do. This is the worst way to find out I have TV credits. You know what I mean? Just like, yeah, we're watching you, you know? Like, what if Truman wasn't that smart and he never figured it out? Do you guys watch movies? No, that's why this place is good. So sad. So I guess we're finally officially calling it. It's now called Last Weekend Video. Yeah, cool. I'm glad that you didn't laugh because that was just meant to be sad. Speaking of sad, I spent a few days in Portland, you guys. Super depressed in Portland. I missed this room. It was so much fun. I mean, it still is fun, but it was more fun before performing in this room. So sad. You guys sad? You don't really care, right? This is fun. You know what's actually funny? I was walking here and it was raining. Do you guys get this? It's rain outside. It was you guys with the water, and I was feeling really miserable. And then what the last person was talking about with the water and the splashing, that happened to me. Yeah, I was like, oh, that kind of cheered me up because it felt like I was in a TV show. And I ever since I stopped believing in God, I feel like the closest I ever get to that same sort of sense of reassuring feeling that someone's watching over me is imagining that someday I could be in a TV show where just people are constantly watching me all the time. You know what I mean? Anyway, really what I want to do is I thought it would just be funny to talk. Whatever. I think it might be our last time working with Jeremy, so I feel like we should maybe have a little bit of a sing along. If you guys know the words, sing along, okay? At home, drawing pictures of mountaintops with him on top. Lemon yellow sun, arms raised in a V. And the dead lay in pools of moonlight. But I didn't give a damn. Look back that moment didn't care. King Jeremy looking, rolling around. Jeremy is sparking loud. Jeremy is sparking loud. Try to forget this. Try to forget this. Try to forget this. Really try. You're gonna try to forget this. You're really gonna wanna try to forget this. Try to erase this. From the black hole. I think I'm done with that. Oh boy. Did you think that was going to happen tonight? Nope. I was talking to myself right there. So anyways, am I timing myself? I feel like it's been 6 minutes. Has it not been? That song's like, what, 3 minutes? Oh, it's been 4.5 minutes. Almost 4:20. So I'm really funny. Give it up for every comedian ever. Give it up for every comedian that's ever been in this room. Give it up for every comedian that's not been in this room. You guys happy to be alive? feel like I should have ended with the song. I don't really know what I thought was going to happen. That would be more interesting than singing Pearl Jam. Oh, you know what would be good? And this is just as stupid, but not as good as the thing I just did. So just keep that in mind. You guys know, you guys like movies? Yeah. And then there's Magic Mike, that sexy time movie, right? Right? Pretty, right? So I kind of like to sing that song for you right now. Is that cool? Cool. Blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I'm riding, blah, blah, blah. I'm on it, blah, blah. Cool. See, I told you it was just as weird, but not as good as the last thing. Anyways, I'm going to be your host for the next hour, so that's something you got to deal with. A little bit more applause for that. Whatever. You guys ready for your next comedian? Did you guys all just die or something? What happened? Did I ruin like 2 things you used to like at once in just one 6-minute thing? Is that what happened? So you're just dying on the inside? I just died on the inside tonight. Guys, your next comedian. Super funny guy. I'm really gonna miss him after. We're all gonna die after this is done? I don't know what's gonna happen. Anyways, let's have a nice big warm round of applause for Drew Harmon.
Keep it going for Natasha, everybody. So I just found out I'm gonna die. No, it's cool. You guys, big news for me. Yesterday, Friday, I had a second job interview for a really cool new position. And that position is marketing coordinator at a marijuana dispensary. Yeah, that job is rad as fuck. I want it. I want it so bad. If I get it, you'll never see me again. Never, never, ever. I think the big obstacle for me getting the job is going to be them realizing that marijuana doesn't need a marketing coordinator. That is just stupid. No drug dealer in history has ever been like, we should get a street team together, get the word out. Like, no, drugs are cool. Everyone knows. Kind of sell themselves. They even said during the interview, so if you got this position, one of the things we want you to spend a lot of time doing is being on social media promoting our product. And I said, oh, that's funny. That's how I got fired from my last job. Like, I do like drugs. Drugs are awesome. Marijuana is cool. Done some coke here and there. And yeah, little that guy's got coke, everybody. But I'll tell you guys the drug I have loved the most that I've done, and that is crack. Anyone else with me? No? That one, weirdly enough, doesn't get a lot of response when I ask that. It seems like the people who smoke crack and the people who have expendable income to go to comedy shows, those groups don't often, the Venn diagram doesn't match up. But I've smoked crack, and it was fun. It was a good time. I think everyone should smoke some crack. I only did it the once. I did it one time. And here's the deal, is that the day I smoked it, I didn't wake up planning to smoke crack. It wasn't in my day planner of like, call your accountant, go to the post office, do some online banking, smoke rocks. It wasn't like that in my plan. What happened was I was going to a party that night, and at the party we were all waiting for our cocaine friend to show up. And we all know the cocaine friend. It's the guy that you hang out with because he always brings coke. That's the only reason you hang out with him. That's the eventual reason you'll stop hanging out with him. But right now, it's cool, and he was late, and we're all like, oh no, how are we gonna stay up all night talking about a band we're never gonna start getting super sweaty? Like, how are we gonna do that? And then finally the guy shows up, and he's like, guys, I'm sorry, my dealer was out of coke, had no more cocaine, but he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a bag, says he did have some of this, and it was crack. And so we all looked at each other like responsible tax-paying Americans and said, all right, let's smoke some fucking crack. Let's do it. Merry Christmas. Let's have a party. And so the first thing we had to do, when everyone was on board, when the decision was made, the very first thing we had to do was YouTube how to smoke crack. Because we're a bunch of white people in a 2-bedroom apartment. We don't know what we're doing. And we figured it out, though. I'm happy to say very quickly, thanks to technology, we figured it out. Soon we were smoking crack. And like I said, yeah, oh, it's a heartwarming story. Thank you for the applause. Like, yeah, they did it. They accomplished it. Smoking crack. But so I'm glad I did it. Like I said, I'm glad I smoked the crack for a couple of reasons. One of those reasons is it's easy to judge another human being when you walk by them on the street and their lives have clearly been fucked up by drugs. It's easy to look at that person and judge them until you have done that drug. And now I can walk by someone who's a crack addict out on the street and go, dude, I get it. Crack is amazing. It is so good. Oh my God. But maybe just birthdays and holidays, dude. Like maybe special occasions only. The other reason I'm glad I did it is that I grew up in the late 80s and early 90s when crack was supposed to be the scariest thing. It was supposed to be the scariest thing you could ever do. But now that I've smoked it, I know there are worse things than crack. For instance, super strong pot brownie, way worse than crack, you guys. Way fucking worse than crack. Guarantee you. If you put a big pot brownie and some crack rocks in front of me right now, I will smoke the crack every time. Every fucking time. Because here's the deal. If you smoke crack, okay, you're about to go for a ride on a dragon made of lightning directly into God's heart. That is what's going to happen. Super strong. However, that will last 20-25 minutes tops. And then you can move on with your day. Yeah. If you eat a super strong edible, you're in for 8 to 10 hours of an anxiety-fueled trip through time that you cannot get off of. Like the last time I ate an edible that was too strong, I sat there and thinking, hey, I had a teacher in 3rd grade. I told her I was going to do a book report. I never did it. I wonder if she thinks I'm a bad person. And I start looking on the computer, find out she's dead. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no, she died thinking I'm a bad person. I wonder who else taught me how to read who is also dead. And I just started like going through that. But while I'm doing that, I also ordered 2 pizzas from 2 different places. Forgetting about the first pizza. And so if you're ever like sitting there like filled with anxiety, like I wonder if people think I'm a bad person, have a Domino's driver and a Pizza Hut driver show up at your house at the same time. Because you're going to open the door and they're going to be like, are we both for you? But if you're smoking crack, guys, back to the crack. If you're smoking crack, let me tell you, you're only going to worry about real shit. You're going to worry about real shit, and that's all you got time for. Like 3 things will cross your mind. The first one will be, have I shit my pants? You're going to wonder that. The second one will be, how much money do I have? And how much crack will that buy me right now? And the third one will be, I definitely shit my pants. I need a new pair of pants. I got to get back to work at the bank. My lunch break is over. Like, it's real shit. Thank you guys very much. My name is Drew Harmon. Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure.
It's a crack rock life for Drew. It's a crack rock life. All right, get up for Drew. That was great. Okay, so we're going to miss him after he dies. Speaking of people who are going to die in a few hours, next comedian, super funny guy, let's have a nice big warm round of applause for Cameron Benitez.
Keep it going for Natasha and George and everybody else who put on the show here that gave me work when I miss performing in front of crowds. Oh, fuck. I feel like with all the cameras and I feel like I'm at a prom for underpaid comedians. Yep. Mazel tov. everybody. The show is over. It's done. People are sad. People are shocked that this is like, you know, I'm really sad that this place is leaving. This has been a huge part of what I would like to call a comedy career for me. And I'm gonna miss it, but I gotta be honest, I'm not shocked or anything. Like, are you shocked that a video store in one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the country couldn't find a way to... You really couldn't wrap your heads around that. The fact that the bar is still operating without any ABC, it's a fucking, it's a goddamn Jewish miracle that we've made it here. This is how I usually start out most of my sets. I yell at everybody and complain about everything. Camera's going. This is really... Is this the record? Am I getting a record deal? Where's Mr. Burger? Dan, can you do me a favor? When you edit all this, can you make it end like The Sandlot, where it goes through all of us on stage, like, and then we slowly fade off, and it's like, and then he got a job writing for Fallon. But with me, I'll be like, and then I'll fade away, but then slowly fade back. It's like, and Cameron never left the basement that night. He just hung around for a while, and then we just closed up shop. I can see myself in a... Anyways.
There's only 2 people.
What?
There's only 2 people watching.
Well, all right, thank you. Trying to have a good time here, but, and you guys are only 2 people trying to ruin a good show. Oh, there it is, the classic Vanini sigh. It was gonna happen. It was bound to happen, and that, what was that, minute 2? Jeremy's over there twittering. Come on, Jerry, you're supposed to be my co-pilot on this shit.
I am. I'm documenting this. This is like your last set.
And I know I'm complaining a lot about the video. Nobody rents as many movies from this place as I do. None of you fucking assholes rented a movie. Rent the fucking movie. Yeah, they paid you $10 to record. To be half of that to buy Happy Gilmore, whatever it is that you want to watch tonight. I'm ashamed that Jeremy knows my renting. That's like my darkest secrets he knows about. What was one of the worst movies I rented from here? Was it The Cobbler by Adam Sandler? I rented it. It was on Netflix. On Netflix, and I rented it. You fuckers don't support shit. Give me a fucking break. And here's, that's the light. They give me the light right when I start calling you guys fuckers, and spit starts flying out of my mouth. Oh, if these walls could talk, what would they say? Enough with the dick jokes. Just break up with her. Relationships are not that important right now. Nobody cares. I put a lot into a lot of myself down here, and I'm really gonna miss it. And I love you all, and thank you for having me. Thank you guys. I love you.
All right, rest in peace, Cameron Vanini. Give it up one more time for Cam Van. All right, guys, your next comedian, really gonna miss him after we all go to the afterlife. He's a really funny guy. Let's have a nice big warm round of applause for Adrian McNair.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. This is nice. I like all the comics. They very sad about this place closing. I'm like,
I'm like looking forward to things to come. I like the way things are. I don't know if you guys knew this, but there's a lot going on in the scene right now, and you're looking at what will soon be the blackest comedian left in the Bay Area comedy scene. And I'm looking forward to it. Since day one, that fucking aggressive, militant Richard Toomer has been a thorn in my side, and now he's gone. He's getting priced out. He's out. It's like it's like Bay Area comedy for black people is kind of like Grapes of Wrath. You know, it's kind of like they're just like taking mega buses to like Vallejo or doing their best in LA. You know, it's horrible. But I like being the diversity hire of the Bay Area comedy scene. I like being around so people don't feel racist when they put their lineups together. I'm happy to be that person. I've been researching for my new role. I've been reading. I've been feeling a little militant. I've been Googling facts about prominent black leaders. I was doing a lot of research about Martin Luther King Jr. Learned 2 facts about him you guys might not know. First fact, cheated on his wife, like a lot, like a serial cheater. Second fact, black people don't give a fuck, like at all. Like we're like really okay with that. Like it's not that we're like, it's not okay, but we can't, like we're still thankful at the end of the day. Like even if like Martin Luther King Jr. got into the civil rights game for like all the wrong reasons, you know? Like if you went to like a diner sit-in or a peaceful protest and like looked around and like thought to himself, like, you know what? These bitches love change. Still thankful. It's a weird, I don't know, racial, people think it's gonna be like a race war scene. You guys think it's gonna be a race war? Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sure. That's how like you get to be about that. Like, you know, like there can be a race war and it's kind of inconvenient for you. Like it's like Bart, like just like delay on Bart to you. You know, like, I don't know. Like somebody asked me a question since I'm mixed. They're like, hey man, like you're mixed, you're white, you're black. Like if there was a race war, which side would you be on? And my answer was like, dude, your side. Because clearly you're putting a list together, and I don't want to be one of the names in red ink. Like, I don't want to be very prepared. Very, what's the password to your bunker's Wi-Fi? Like, it's weird. It was weird because the dude that asked me that question was Filipino, and I was like, who are you fighting? Like, he had a cowboy hat on, so I know he was serious. Your side. This is good. I'm gonna tell you guys about the first time I did MDMA. You guys know MDMA? Fuck yeah, it's amazing. The love drug. I did Molly for the first time not too long ago at a concert. I don't know if you've done it, but it turns all of your like negativity into positivity. It feels amazing. I didn't like realize how like potent it was until I was at this concert and this dude like bumped me like really hard on the shoulder, and I wanted to turn around and confront him about it, but all that came out was love, you know? It was like, hey motherfucker, come back here and try that shit again because it felt really good. Like, take your shirt off this time. It was the first time in my life where like a brutal fist fight like escalated into like a really nice massage. I liked the way it felt. If you guys ever do Molly in a public environment, you become a loving, complimentary, annoying, horrible piece of shit. You want to compliment people on everything. There's a lot of shit people don't like being complimented about. You know, like people don't like hearing compliments about stretch marks. Like people like, oh my God, are those stretch marks? Are you a goddamn tiger? Like that's beautiful. Some of you got that. I mentioned massages. It's a very communal drug. I don't know if you guys knew that. People see that you're rolling. That's what they call it, rolling. And they're rolling. They make sure that they want like everybody to have a good time. And like massages are a big thing. It's like, oh my God, is this guy rolling? Are you rolling? Like, oh my God, come here. Like, come here. Like, let me give you a massage. Let me give you a massage. Which seems kind of weird right now, but I like it because you're not getting that anywhere else. You know, like nobody on like crystal meth is like, oh my, this is your first time tweaking? Like, oh my God, what hour are you on? Like, come on, come here. Let me scratch your face. Come on, it's your first time. Let's kidnap a baby together. Hey, you guys are fucking fun. Give it up for your host. You guys are awesome.
One more time for Adrian McNair. So young, it's so sad he's gonna die in just a few hours. Speaking of people whose death is imminent, this next comedian is a really funny man that you could have seen playing all over the Bay Area, except he's gonna die soon. Let's have a nice big warm round of applause for Ben Kalila.
It was a good run. Totally comfortable with it. Anyone here ever tried salvia? Yeah, some woos. For those of you that don't know what it is, it's a totally legal hallucinogen. It's the perfect hallucinogen for anybody that wants to know what it feels like to die, but has to be back at work in 7 minutes. Now you guys all know what it's for. Hallucinogenic people in the audience, where you at? Some woos. No one made my favorite response to that question, which is every once in a while when I ask an audience that question, a man in the audience, usually it's a man, will howl like a wolf. It's a quick way to figure out who to talk to after the show. That's the guy that knows. That's the guy that's expanded the fuck out of his consciousness. Give it up for your consciousness, you guys. Yeah. Yeah. They say that consciousness is an amazing gift. And it is an amazing gift, but it would be a more amazing gift if you could return it for store credit when it didn't fit right. Where are my depression and anxiety people at? Well, that's right there at home. Oh man, you guys, speaking of depression, I'm a 33-year-old man who drives a car that does not go in reverse. As a kid, I thought that by the time I got to 33, I'd have a car going in all of the directions that cars are supposed to go. But that's not my right now yet. Hopefully that could still be my future. Let's see how the next 10 years go. You know, that's an automotive issue and a lifestyle issue. I'm only looking forwards now. Reverse is just not an option. Oh, man. Went for a hike the other day because that's what you do sometimes when you have a shitty car. You just go on surprise hikes. 1 minute you're driving your shitty car, next minute you're hiking, you know? Gotta find the bright side of this hike. So like, all right, well, I'm gonna walk around in nature. I'm gonna see some wildlife. I'm gonna feel good in my mind, in my body, in my spirit. And then something happened with the wildlife and nature that made me feel the opposite of all of those things. While I was hiking, you guys, I got vulture attention. That's a professional opinion. That's how they acquire the resources they need to survive. They see things and decide if they're gonna die soon. And vulture saw me doing exercise and said, yeah, I'm gonna hang out for a minute. I think I might be first on the scene or something. You look like a tired cowboy in basketball shorts. So that vulture was thinking about me. That's good though. That feels good. It's gonna be hard to say goodbye to this basement. This is one of my favorite basements, you guys. It's in my top 5 for sure. Oh man, do you guys think that the Smurfs had a one-child policy? I'm working on some fan fiction. It's pretty dark. Smurf drink. Smurf drink feels real good. Yeah. I got so high today that I lost the staring contest with the number 88, you guys. He is unstoppable. Oh man. Do you guys like restaurants that can travel through time? Usually they're like 1940s and 50s diners. One time I went to an 80s diner in Modesto, California. That was really authentic.
because it was like an 80s diner that you had to drive backwards through the 90s to get to. My favorite one though, Medieval Times. Any Medieval Times fans? Yeah, they're good. I think that's the restaurant. They had a spreadsheet. They figured out they're like, it'll be cheaper. We'll make more money if instead of spending the money on utensils, we just spend it on horses and jousting gear. That's the key to success as a restaurant. And they're probably right, because it was fucking packed when I went there. We're watching the guys joust, having a great time, and then all of a sudden the jousting guys take a break because it's a restaurant job. They get a 15 every 4 hours. So while they're on their break, a guy comes out in the restaurant to do some falconry inside of the restaurant. Not really the ideal place for that, but he went for it anyways. So he commands the falcon to make a loop around the restaurant and return to him, and it does. And everyone's like, wow, that guy can tell birds what to do. What a fucking skill. And so he's like, all right, bird, one more loop around the restaurant. And this time the bird, it goes up for the loop, and it gets to the halfway point in the loop. And instead of coming back down to the arm for the treat like it normally does, it has an idea either to make the show better or maybe it's something the bird had been thinking about. But the bird decides to fly into a window very, very hard. I know. Kids weren't expecting that in a stand-up comedy story. I wasn't expecting it while I ate my fucking dinner, okay? You guys got sad and groaned. I got so sad I stopped tearing a chicken apart with my bare hands to have a moment of pause and reflection for a beautiful hawk. So that's how that works. But the really amazing part was I got to watch the falconry guy do this. Son of a bitch. Thank you guys. I love you. Let's make it video.
All right, let's hear for Ben Kalina. Yeah. So fitting that his set would end with a death, as will his night. All right. Are you not enjoying the whole thing where everyone's dying? All right. Who cares? Speaking of people who are going to die in a few hours, your next comedian is really super, actually one of the funnier people, like maybe the funniest people I know. I don't know. I know a lot of funny people. This guy's like right up there. Anyways, I know it's weird. I'm not usually sincere, so it's like, what? Anyways, let's have a nice big round of applause for Brendan Lynch, everybody. Let him hear.
Can you hold that? This basement never really got me. So I don't really give a fuck. Daddy's working on a set for Fusion TV. So while they're all crying, I gotta work. I'm a tall guy, 6'6". Being tall is great. Don't tape this. This belongs to Fusion. Crowd reaction shots all day, all right, Thor? Take 2. I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'6". Being tall is great when you're young, but as you get older, it gets sad because you see your male friends going bald before they know they're going bald. And behind it. There's a move guys make when they go bald. They grow the goatee. Ever seen that move? Hair thins, goatee shows up like the next day. When I see a fully bald dude with a goatee, I stare at his mouth and it makes me sad because it looks like he grew a memorial wreath on his face for the head that died on his head. He's doing bald jokes at a bar. Bald guy follows me in my car. He goes, "Hey man, I wish you go bald." And then he kept saying bald, 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 bald. I got scared. But then I remembered, if wishes work, this guy would have fucking hair. Sometimes bald guys try to have a sense of humor about it. Saw a bald dude with a shirt that said, "I'm not bald, I'm a solar-powered sex machine." It's the funniest suicide note I've ever read. If I was to commit suicide, I would do it in the fields of wheat. So that the Grim Reaper can finally use that goddamn tool he's been carrying out for months. People are overthinking their tattoos. Yeah, I'm doing a joke for my first year, okay? I
I was at this tattoo parlor. This girl comes in with the ashes, the remains of her dead father. They then sprinkled it on the ink and she got a tattoo in his honor. That's the last place I want to be buried. In my daughter's lower back fat. It's the fucking demo for that joke. Their boyfriend using my grave as target practice. And there's more. They also have blacklight tattoos. Tattoos you can only see under a blacklight. What statement do you only want to make at a haunted house or dance club? I want to give myself I'll be in the car. I like you guys. I'm going to open up to you guys. I'm afraid of balloon animals. And it's not the animal, it's what's inside. The breath of a man who's made many, many bad decisions. Comedy Central cut that joke, bro. I don't know why either. I saw a dude getting cocky about making balloon animals. He had a group of people. He laid down a challenge. He was like, just call it out. Doesn't even have to be an animal, and I'll make it with a balloon. So I was like, how about dignity? Balloon animals is just origami for child molesters. If I was the Tin Man, screw getting a heart. I'd go to Chipotle, watch young girls eat foil wrap burritos all day long. Nobody's ever thought I'm that funny. Get the fuck out. You can have my favorite article of clothing is sweatpants. You can have the worst night in the world. You go home and put on a pair of fresh, clean sweatpants, everything is fine. But it's weird because whenever you're wearing sweatpants, you're always doing the opposite of what would take you to sweat. That's why they think they should be renamed boner pants. I'm not a big drinker, but when someone buys you a drink, you drink it, right? And so this dude bought me an Irish car bomb drink. But he did something I've never seen before. He dropped that dirty shot glass of Bailey's for me, passes it to me. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a beer. Took the whole thing down, got a shot glass right in the teeth. I was like, this is like an actual fucking Irish car bomb. It was like a windshield blowing up in my face. I don't want realistic drinks. If I get a sex on the beach, I don't want a sandy penis rubbing up against my nose. Drink, not an experience. You're checking my time, bro? Like,
That's exactly what I was doing.
all of a sudden, you're like my timekeeper. You're gonna give me the light. Where am I at? I can't see it. Gotta close up. Gotta close up shop. Just changed to a female dentist. It's a solid setup. And she's great. First appointment, she's single. Follow-up appointment, she goes and gets engaged. Her engagement ring is so big, it literally breaks her latex glove. She has a diamond poking out of her glove as she's working on my mouth. She's very polite about it. She's like, oh, is my ring bothering you? I'm like, no, not at all. I can just practically taste the 14-year-old African boy who died mining it. You don't belong here, man. Did you come here from San Jose? I'm from San Jose. I don't really... This basement's not for us. All right, let's go to a fucking Slipknot concert. My dentist was really polite about it. She's like, oh, is my ring bothering you? I already did the part. I don't have the time. You're gonna cut the mic, grab it from me. He like owns Fusion TV. I'm fucking done. That's the most expensive thing that's ever been inside my body. My dentist ring. It's like a $20,000 ring sitting there in my mouth. I start to daydream during the appointment. This could be the perfect crime. Just slowly slurp the ring off my finger. Swallow it, run to my car, drive to my girlfriend's house, eat a fiber bar, drink some water, and then propose on her carpet. Still works after all that. Feeling good. Quick, just, I'm done, out of time, but like, I just like to do this. Like, you weren't laughing the whole time. Guy right here. Just A through F. Give me a grade. You can't hurt my feelings. And I'll get off the stage. Just shout something out. Yeah, you.
I thought you were funny. I was laughing
Most of the time. I didn't say give me a bullshit like spiel. Like you're giving me like the hi-hat like go away at a party. A through F.
Brennan Lynch, everybody. Let him hear it one more time. Okay, guys, let's keep this death train moving along. Your next comedian, super funny man. I always like watching him do his thing. Let's have a nice big warm round of applause for Peter O'Connell.
I remember, it's sad because it's closing. I did my set here over 3 years ago. Let's do it again. Okay. My name's Peter O'Connell. I'm a local national funny man, and I'm here to make you laugh. Joke number one. Don't you hate it when it rains? I know I do. I always say, hey, come out, sunshine. Joke number two. Oh, don't you hate it when you're trying to get to sleep at night, but you can't because your brain is running around in fucking circles and telling you what to do and shit. So you want to say, hey, brain, why don't you go ahead and turn off? I got work in the morning. You thought it. Joke number three. 3 for the deaf. That's 6. Never mind. Okay, well, basketball season's in full swing, and the men are up and down the cement. And don't you hate it when jumping man throws, but he doesn't get it in the hole? I mean, they get paid $1 million. What's the best part about living on a farm? Hearing that rooster scream. Agricultural crowd. Okay. Wow. Your jobs suck. You have the worst job. Joke number 5. Don't you hate it when you're washing your scalp and beard in the shower and you can't your eyes start to burn because you got this shower shampoo in your eyes. You say, ouch, eyeballs, that's not poison, it swabs white rain. Joke number 6, does anybody here have a birthday tonight? Number 7. What's the toughest part about brushing your teeth in the morning? What? Having to stare yourself in your fucking face. Number 7's always a hit. There's tons of hits coming up. 8 minus 27. I don't know. 20-ish. You know, speaking of teeth, do you ever hang out with one of your friends' brand new dogs, a baby dog, and he's chomping on your arm, and he's biting up all your fresh new tribal, and he's just he's scratching you up willy-nilly? Don't you want to say, hey, puppy, I'm not an enemy. I'm your owner's new best friend, and will have me, goddammit. Speaking of dogs, I like dogs, but I don't like their poop. What does my dog and my son have in common? They both died when they were 12 after their teeth fell out. Too soon? At least that guy's shutting the fuck up for once. Why do dogs hate Applebee's? Because they can eat a pile of shit in their own backyard. I was watching a commercial all in black and white. I think Nora Jones was singing a song during it, or one of those disgusting artists, and it said something about donating a dog or some wild shit. And I said, I could use a new dog, a new puppy. And then I looked around at my 7 Labrador retrievers that I love, from Sebastian all the way over to Cinnamon. And I said, you know what? I'll trade 7 of these beautiful dogs. I'll trade them for 1 living, breathing dog. Number 13, crowd work. Fuck crowd work. What almost ruined my signed headshot of Frances McDermott? My tears of joy. That joke's a gem. You know what? It's also a gem. My dead wife. So I got 2 minutes left. My wife is she's dead, and I'm hitting the strip. You know what I got a real problem with? Alcohol. Speaking of shit and stuff, I was taking a poop, and you're sitting on the toilet, the old porcelain toilet, and you're thinking about goofy things. And I looked down at what I made, and I thought, you know, it's funny. I don't remember eating a gallon of diarrhea for breakfast today. Speaking of shit, did you ever try to write "fuck you, mom" on the wall with your own shit? But your shit's too thick, so you can't figure out what you can't finish what you're trying to say to mommy? Maybe you should have eaten your vegetables. I got this. What did my, speaking of people that brought me up, let's talk about my parents' my grandparents. What did my stingy grandpa get me for my birthday this year? He had God blow a gentle gust of wind through my beard and scalp as I visited his tomb. Oh, what a cheapskate. This place looks pretty grunged up. That's my intro to this next joke. What's the best part about going to one of those rockabilly rock and roll concerts? Getting to meet a whole new bunch of fat girls. So I read the other day that Johnson & Johnson is being held accountable by not telling a bunch of people all over the world, mostly women, not to use talcum powder because it causes a lot of types of cervical cancer. I know. Bureaucratic bullshit at its best, guys. All right, guys. So what kind of rock can I grind up and rub all over my pussy? That's 2 jokes and I'm off. That's a good one. I was at the doc the other day, speaking of doctors, and I said, "Hey, doc," and he said, "Hey, Peter O'Connell, funny man." I wish you could stop calling me. He said, "I think I figured out what we got to do. You got to start shaving your testicles, any stray hairs on your penis shaft, your hiney hole, your lower back, most of your belly button area, anywhere around your feet, maybe your armpits too." And I said, "What's that all about, doc?" And he said, "I think I finally figured out a way to keep all that hair out of your food." Can't end on that one, so this isn't a good one anyway. What's worse than staring at a woman's waterlogged, wrinkly hands? Staring in a sink full of disgusting, filthy dishes. I started strong and I ended strong.
All right, give it up for Peter O'Connell. Funny man himself. All right, we got one more comedian in this hour, and then this hour won't have any more comedians left. So this is the last comedian of the hour. You guys ready? A little more excitement than that. Okay, cool. Super funny guy. Let's have a nice big warm round of applause for Andy Sell.
Yeah, it's sad. I don't like that this is not a place anymore soon. I did a show here like 3, I think, years ago, called Fresh Like Cadaver. It was a movie. Yeah, it was a great show, movie riffing show. Andre Parker and I believe OJ. Was OJ here? Were you at that show too? I got real drunk at it. I don't remember much about it. And then Greg Edwards and Dave Borey were with me. And the movie we riffed over was Ghost Dad. And I thought, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to talk about the allegations. And then I got drunk enough to talk about the allegations. And then 3 years later, you know, something's happening. So I don't want to use the word hero, but you're welcome, you know? Really made a difference that night. I read recently that the Halley's Comet, you know, that the big one, you know, the comet, is coming back. It's coming back on my 81st birthday. So that's just one more goddamn thing I got to do, I guess. Just one more fucking thing. I'll be dead, you know. I'll be dead. Hey, people are drinking. That's cool. I'm not like better. I love drinking, but it doesn't like me anymore is the problem. My drinking at this point, like age-wise, is a teenager. So it's just a whole lot of fuck you, Dad, not in front of my friends from drinking. So I had to stop, kind of. And the problem is I'm in my mid-30s, and anybody here in their like older than 30? Yeah, a few people. Who here is in their 20s still? Yeah, you get to be excited and mean it. If I were to woo right now, you heard the lie in my voice right there. I can't do it because in your 20s you get to be high because you don't know what a hangover is. You don't. You think you do. You do not. I thought I did. I was mistaken. A hangover in your 20s is nothing. It's just God-blown milkshake bubbles in your brain. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be okay. Fucking drink some coconut water, go on a hike, you'll be fine by brunch. It'll work out. I don't have brunchable hangovers anymore. I can't. The hangovers I get now, if they were people, they would be suspended from the NFL. That's how fucking awful they are. They're real monsters. The kind of drinking you do is different, too, in your mid-30s than in your 20s. In your 20s, all drinking is a good time. It's all fun, even if you're doing it for the wrong reason, you know? Even if you're trying to kill a memory, you still have a party doing it. It's just all drinking in your 20s. It's just, everybody come over. I made a playlist. We're going to do shots because we're never going to die. I don't that kind of drinking anymore. In your mid-30s, you don't get that kind of drunk. The kind of drunk I get now can best be described as dark adventure drunk. It's real weird. I get the kind of drunk now where I'm shaking my roommate out of bed at 2:30 in the morning because he has to drive me in my car up the freeway to find some cool woods. His papa's got to conduct a ritual. I don't know. We'll gather together some weird-looking rocks, some animal bones, maybe start a fire. I'm not sure. We're going to figure it out. Jeremy, get out of bed! Shit, no, it's going to be different this time, I swear. No, I threw a Ouija board in the back seat. We're finally going to find out what my dead ex-girlfriend thinks of my new haircut. Doesn't make me look like a dad, Samantha! Am I father material now? We never get to that point, though, because my roommate, we don't find the woods because he doesn't stop the car because he cares about me. He just keeps driving until I sober up or pass out, whichever comes first. There's always this weird middle part, though, where I'm just content to roll my window down and scream Blink-182 lyrics at passing truck drivers. Because I guess this is growing up, you know what I mean? Long way to go for that, I know, thanks. Anybody here get bullied growing up? Anybody here get bullied as a kid? Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I heard a couple woos, but that must have cost you a lot emotionally. It's hard to woo that. I get it. I was bullied real bad growing up. And the thing about it that I hate the most as an adult is other adults who react to bullying in these weird ways, you know? Usually these like tough guys, suburban dads, anytime there's like an anti-bullying campaign on social media, these guys come out of the woodwork and they're just always like, I don't like these anti-bullying campaigns. They're making our kids weak. Bullying is great, builds character, makes you stronger. I got bullied. I'm not right there. You're fucking lying, man. Nobody who got bullied would say it's great. I mean, maybe you got hit by your dad. That's a different thing. That's a whole. I hope you forgive yourself someday. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about real, actual. Because if they were truthful about it, they would be like, yeah, bullying, I love it. It's great. Maybe the man I am today. You know, terrified of everything all the time. Oh, God, so scared. You say my name too loud, I piss myself. I don't know what that's about. The other day I was on a walk, a butterfly flew too close to my face, and I shot it with my gun that I keep with me at all times because I'm never safe. The world is scary. Oh, God. I'm going to die alone. I can't trust anyone. I use the word friends in quotation marks always because I can't trust anyone. Pretty sure anytime I'm hanging out with somebody, they're recording our conversation to play it back for somebody else later, laugh about what an asshole I am. Oh, man. Oh, the nightmares. Do you get the nightmares? The bullying nightmares? They're not like regular nightmares. You're not naked or falling or being chased by anything. Just like a kind of like a regular dream. Actually, they're a special nightmare just for us bullying kids. We sit there, we're standing at a wall, looking at the wall, but for some reason, there's this fear opening up inside of you. It feels real warm and empty, kind of how I imagine a tea kettle would feel if you put nothing in it, put on a burner on high for like 3 hours. You can tell it wants to scream, but it can't make a sound. Just the smell of burning metal. Anyway, oh God, anyway, you're standing there staring at this wall, wondering why there's spiders in your veins. You can't figure it out. You're so scared, you start asking yourself, wait a minute, is this one of those bullying nightmares? Or is this a regular dream? Wait a second, is this a dream at all? Am I even asleep right now? Holy shit, I'm awake. Oh my God, I'm at work. Ah! What happened to me? What did you do to me? Anyway, bullying's fantastic, am I right? You guys have been a lot of fun. Thank you so much. Thank you, Last Weekend Video.
All right, one more time for Andy Sell. One more time for all the comedians you saw for the past 2 hours, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. Too long to remember the times we had together. I like the punctuation of the flash. Anyways, the show's over, you guys. I want to say thank you for everybody coming out. I don't know how to say goodbye, but I will say see you later. There's another show. I guess we have tickets. People bought tickets for the 10 p.m. show, so I think we're gonna try to do like a reset. So you guys, how do you guys feel about all leaving? And then coming back down if you have tickets, and then let the people that have tickets for the 10 p.m. also have seats. Does that sound good? Can you guys all wave goodbye? And I'll sing to you as you leave, and that'll make you go faster. It's so hard to say goodbye. The lost we get. Bye, everybody.
I didn't talk to anybody.
Trying to be a comedian.
So they could do your job better than
No, that's not what you meant. I mean, that's what you meant,
It's the ones that stand in front row?
I'm not worried about it. She's not worried about leaving her jacket.
Oh, yeah. What do you want me to do?
My hippie is an older lady, not a silver fox, unfortunately. Silver ferret. That's the best description. She's the kind of hippie. She was like taking care of all the feral cats on my block when I moved in. Like there's like.
It's a full metal jacket. I'm not hear you guys.
And the bass playing up on my walls. There's a man outside. And I don't go away, I'm smoking a cigarette. And just for a second I thought I remembered you. So now I'm alone, and I can think for myself about little devils and asses. It's not understand. I'm the one line of mine. It's like touching tongues. I don't think it means anything to you.
Whoa, hey! Welcome. You can flip off the window too. Yeah, we can flip it off.
And it hurts in London.